Ah yes, dance, the finest of the arts, barring all the others. Intro's over, time to boogie! Dance is a strange thing to define. There's so many forms of dance that exist in our world, with some of them not even remotely resembling each other. So before we get into the topic of today's video, the relation of dance and film, we should probably define what makes something a dance and not just a string of movements. Dance has a few unique and specific elements to it that other forms of movements lack. These elements are known as Baste, or body, action, space, time, and energy. Body refers to the dancer's body, the vessel that allows the rest of the dance to be possible. Rather than just looking at the body as one stable thing, dancers like to see the shapes a body makes as different moments of body. Action refers to the movements a body makes. It's important to point out that not moving is still a movement, however counterintuitive that sounds. Space refers to the distances dancers cover, grounding a dance in reality and creating a relationship between a dancer and the world. Looking at space also constitutes the sets and props a dancer might use. Time refers to, well, time. Moments spent moving from one position to another. Time also refers to the rhythm of a dance, as dances are often paired with music. And then there's energy, the details of how an action is performed, such as with certain emotional values. It's important to note that a dance must be deliberate with its use of Baste. Without specificity, a dance can become flailing quickly. As long as you keep all of these concepts in mind, you'll be fine. Another way to look at dance is to see it as a series of questions. Who, what, where, when, and how. That just leaves the question of why, which... yeah, no, I have no idea either. Dance is unique from other mediums in that it has no elements of language. Even mediums like painting are typically complemented with a description of what's being shown, but dance has no spot to put one. To learn the why of dance, you basically have to learn a whole new language. Seriously, dance forms like ballet have cultivated gestures that keep in line with the rest of their ideas while conveying consistent meaning. And then there's dances like fight choreography and the Nelken, which all have their own meanings while also being wildly different to other forms of dance. I personally can't always see these as dances, but they certainly fall in line with Baste. Truly, anything can be a dance. Of course, this isn't just a video about the semantic definitions of what is and isn't dance. This is a video about film and dance. So let's talk film. There are a few different ways to show dance in film. The main way many go about it is to just show the dance. This is known simply as a screen dance. Much like a music video, screen dance serves as less of a film and more of a dance. Both film and dance are visual and auditory mediums, so there aren't many changes that need to be made when making a screen dance. Still, some directors like to get a little spicy with a unique facet of film. Editing. Through editing, a director can mess with the elements of a dance, such as time and space, creating moments of impossible bodies. In a way, this opens up the almost infinitely free form of dance even more. Screen dances can accomplish a lot that would be impossible for dances on their own. However, these are still ways to perform a dance. Is there any way for a dance to become part of the form of a film? Allow me to introduce you to The Fits, a film about a young black girl joining a dance troupe, and slowly bearing witness to a horrifying epidemic of unknown cause and varied symptoms. I don't want to construe your perception of this film in too many ways, so before I dig in, I implore you to watch The Fits yourself, and come up with your own ideas about what in the world is happening. If you're still here, you either watch the movie or do not care, so let's get back into it. The director of The Fits, Anna Rose Holmer, worked closely with a dance troupe known as Q Kids in order to bring the fits this film shows to life. In a way, these fits are free from conventional ideas of dance, but they are still dances. Each abides by the rules of Baste, and are all deliberate in doing so. The actresses who get the fits were actually allowed to manifest them however they wanted under the guidance of their coach Markeisha Jones-Wood. So each fit feels a lot more real through the energy these actresses bring. Beyond the fits themselves, their appearances in the film reflect some concepts of dance. For one, the moments where fits exist are similar to cypher dances, where one person gets a moment to dance in the middle of a circular crowd. In this way, each fit acts as a moment for a character to break out of the unified crowd mentality and show off their true self. Beyond The Fits continues its inspiration from dance through its basic cinematography and editing. The film avoids dialogue when possible, opting to instead show actions in both silent and scored scenes. Specific framing choices come up frequently in this movie, affecting the space visible to audiences. Edits, especially in the ending sequence of the movie, flip between spaces viewers have gotten used to in order to recontextualize our relationship to these locations. The fits also messes with time and action as well. Some actions are slowed down in post, and the film takes time to pause and let characters exist without large actions, which, surprisingly, is a kind of action. Everything about this movie oozes dance, and it's so clear to see the respect Homer has for this art form. This is how you do a movie about dance, by making the movie into a dance itself. And so, if anybody asks you the question, based. Based on what? You now know the answer. Godspeed!